made their 9th million that month. We're talking about true money-making all-stars that make people look like a hapless hobo. The self-made elite. I hear these guys talking about the multiple millions they rake in each month, and my curiosity about how they were doing it just wouldn't let go. So with no cash to my name, I started tracking their every movement, waiting for the day I could meet up with them and pick their bulging marketing brains. I literally would bribe the security at their VIP conferences. You'd catch me sneaking into their seminars. Any old dirty money-making nugget I could get my hands on made the trip worth it. Then there was the seminar of April of 2007 in New York City. I walked in hours before the meeting was supposed to go down, in the very hotel the Nines were supposed to be staying at. I catch out of the corner of my eye 4 guys that didn't seem to belong. They looked like total bumps, straight out of the Venice Beach boardwalk. They're sitting in the lounge laughing it up. And get this, they're surrounded by models, hovering around them like stewardesses in first class. I can still remember thinking to myself, these weren't men, these were gods. I look a little closer and bingo, my suspicions were confirmed. It was the Nines, every last one of them, all at one table, just hanging out. No gatekeepers, and they were within arm's length, closer than I'd ever gotten before. And to make matters even sweeter, they were more than a few beers in. This was my big chance. I gathered myself, greeted them with firm handshakes all around, and sat down. I hit them with my passion. Poured my heart out. I had nothing to lose. I told them about everything. My strategy, my research, my plans, the countless hours I was spending trying to model their moves. I literally begged for answers. I explained how I seemed to be following their steps, but for some reason, they kept making millions each month, and I still couldn't pay the rent. What was I missing? They stood still for a moment with a look of pity that I'll never forget. That's when one of them piped up. It was Artie, the sloppiest looking one of the bunch. But by the look of it, he seemed to be in charge. They all quieted down as he laid down the golden nugget that would ultimately lead to millions in my bank account. And maybe yours too. You're on the right track, kid, he said. But your downfall is that you're working way too hard. He continued. You know the difference between an amateur fisherman and a professional? I was too paralyzed to come up with the answer. So he kept going. An amateur throws out his line and waits for the fish to come to him. A professional goes where the fish already are in droves, and then just sticks out his net. And he doesn't just feed himself with that catch, he feeds a small city. He proceeded to tell me the formula for finding billions of dollars worth of profitable opportunities all over the web. Why'd he do that? What did he owe me? I later realized he wasn't being nice. He never in his wildest wet dream thought I'd be able to use that formula. It was too complex and required hours of research just to find even one possibly profitable opportunity. To make the kind of money they made required a research team of hundreds of employees working overseas. But I knew 2 things Artie didn't. 1, every word he spoke to me was recorded by an MP3 player I had running in my pocket. 2, with my Olympic level programming skills and hacking tools, I had everything I needed to automate that entire process he outlined. This meant that in one single night, I could accomplish every detail of their entire research process from the start until the endless windfall profits had marched securely into my neglected bank account. I was holding a winning lotto ticket, and now was the time to cash it. I rang up an old hacker friend and told him his skills were finally about to do some good for the world. I told him we were about to create a perpetual money-making machine, the likes of which not even Michael Bay could have ever dreamed of. He was game. And we got to work with 5 laptops running all at the same time, creating a software that would automatically fill our pockets with more cash than most people dream of making in a lifetime. The goal was to have it work in 2 simple steps. 1, money-making intelligence. This was the part that would scan billions of pages and test every last one, finding only pages and traffic sources that are already making money. Using the same profitability algorithm Artie and the Nines had been using to create risk-free windfall profits to the tune up to $40 million a month. Anything that could potentially lose money would be immediately rejected by the software. And 2, the money suction funnel. To develop a 6-click strategy, yeah, I said just 6 clicks, to legally and with no risk funnel those profitable flows of traffic and all the money that came along with it directly into our bank accounts. For the next 3 nights, we saw every sunrise as we perfected the system. By 11:42 on a Sunday night, the beast was complete. A money-making machine that could even make the Federal Reserve printing press jealous. It required no technical knowledge, no maintenance, just a stealth system for suctioning profits from every last drop of the massive ocean of money known as the World Wide Web. In every niche, in every market. No exceptions and no limits. Part of me felt like this was way too good to be true. But another part of me was having fun imagining the boats, the sports cars, and models we might soon be enjoying. We worked so hard creating this bad boy, we thought our fingers would fall off. Naturally, we did nothing but sleep for the next 48 hours. We must have forgotten. The software was running as we slept, and the money funnel function was activated. So I peel away from my covers and stumble to the monitor, and what I saw there on the screen made my heart stop. I had to call my hacker buddy to the monitor just to make sure I wasn't dreaming. He walks over, and the next thing I know, he's having the same reaction. I hate to admit this, but we started to jump up and down in our PJs like high school cheerleaders trying to get on the varsity squad. Because what we both saw in my inbox were pages and pages upon pages of nothing but notification of payment received. I never thought I could go to sleep and wake up in a new tax bracket. But that's exactly what happened. When the profits for the month were calculated, these were the total commissions I had coming to me. Now remember, I had no customer service to deal with, no product, no list, and to think, all this money was being made while I was indulging in dreams of Victoria's Secret angels. On that day, we dubbed the software tool we had created the only name that seemed appropriate. We called it Commission Crusher. And the beauty is, it's mathematically impossible to run out of profitable opportunities with this software so long as it's in your possession. Because these hidden profit geysers keep popping up every day like a whack-a-mole. The Commission Crusher system keeps exploiting new profitable campaigns faster than you could ever cash in on them. And it does it all while you tan on the beach with a mini umbrella in your margarita. And if you think this is just another tired guru scheme that's already being exploited to no end, think again. You can never exhaust the depths of this wealth. Because as you may already know, the pages on the internet are growing at a breakneck pace of 1 billion pages per day. That's 12,000 pages per second, with an additional 11 million users per month. Fast forward to today, at this point, my bank account is plump. I've reached every goal I've set. In fact, I've obliterated them. It happened. I'm done. I did it. It felt great, but not as good as I had hoped. Maybe it was a bit too easy. I go back to my golden rule we mentioned earlier. You can lap up every guilty pleasure that comes across your path, but the only thing that will really matter in the end is how many people you actually helped out. Could you imagine being given access to King Tut's treasure? You've got all the money you need, but you're all alone? Feels kinda empty in my book. There comes a point when you're maxed out. You want to share the experience, because there's more than enough to go around. I decided it was time for others to experience the same rush I did. It was time to let people just like you get behind the wheel of Commission Crusher and watch their bank accounts blow up like plutonium, just like mine. So I took on just a few of my hungriest and most inexperienced students, just to prove that anybody and their grandmother can make this work. We started with Joanne Everett from St. Paul, Minnesota. She flicked the switch on the software. For some reason I still can't understand. She wanted to make money with ClickBank offers. So we set it up for ClickBank, and here's what her ClickBank account looked like the following week. Then I gave it to Sammy Fleming, and he started making money the first day. He now fancies himself a world traveler, able to live out his dreams without a laptop, while the Commission Crusher picks up the tab every single time. These commissions speak for themselves. Here are his monthly earnings as he trumped around Amsterdam this entire month. And now the only question is, who's next? Are you? Because after seeing countless lives transformed by this software, now it's time to pass the torch to a new generation of money-hungry rookies who qualify. Will you be one of them? Only you can decide that. Either way, it's vital that you understand what's happening here today. I'm releasing a software system that allows any newbie, even if you've got nothing but $50 to his name, and gives them push-button access to traffic to the tune of 600,000 uniques per week, and hundreds per day overwhelming your bank account. And yes, do it all overnight, with zero risk, zero experience, zero list members, zero products. And the truth is, we haven't even begun to explore the full potential of this underground money-making machine. But the new batch of conquerors I'm about to scoop up right now will be well on their way. Just imagine in seconds, coming eyeball to eyeball, with billions of dollars worth of hidden but proven profitable, untapped traffic sources. With more popping up every day, in fact every second of every day, while everyone else is busy doing keyword research and building links. Imagine sneaking up on the profitable campaigns of money-making monsters doing tens of millions per month and siphoning off an easy $200 to $500 per day without them even noticing what happened. And then imagine that in just 6 clicks of your mouse is all it takes to have flash floods of cash to spill ahead